One pap asterisk, commentary classic. Went and tell the news, he told the news and done smashed it. Went around and learned the game and got that game mastered. Say you got the tea, but she got the tea faster. Fools pull the wool, lambs they lay 'em faster. She's a boss bitch, so you'll never get it past her. Funky Fridays, it be fun if you play it right. Me, I like the ladies, so you see me up on ladies' night. Pat got the game tight, play the game so right, so fly. You can laugh and cry in the same night. One Pat Poose got to put the name up in lights. One Pat Poose got to put the name up in lights. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. Thought you had the game on lock, but you done lost it.
Oh, what up, y'all? Looks like my stream is crashing. That's like the third time. So if you are here, thanks for being patient, you guys. Thanks for being patient. I really wasn't coming on tonight, but I just kind of wanted to bring something to you guys, about um yeah. Let me give it a second here. Give it a second. Let me give it a second. Let me give it a second. I got to find the damn stream. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Hi everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wasn't coming on. I'm extremely exhausted. I got one more day to go. You guys, the snow is coming down. So I need to know if you guys can hear me because for some reason I'm not seeing you guys on my screen right now, and I have to figure that out. Um, can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. I just want to get into something just briefly. So I won't be here too long. Not too long tonight, you guys, because I'm really going to bed and stuff. But hold on. Let me mute. Okay, not that one. That's not the right one. Oh, okay, no, not that. I don't want to do that. I want to stay here. Shit. Pushing them buttons, y'all. So hold on. Okay, thumbs up. We can hear. Okay. And just, ooh, yeah. I saw a video today. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the video, and I know that there's a lot of channels that talks about it, talks about the injustice, talks about this LGBT, what is it, QB something, um, a whole bunch of stuff out there. The more I start doing my channel, the more I started to look around into things, just listening to people objectives of different subjects that goes on around the world. To be honest with you guys, I have to be the first, to raise my hand and tell you people that most of the world, and I have to say that I had included myself in part of that world, not to say that I didn't, give a damn about a lot of things that was going around the world because I know that a lot of things can affect your life, so to speak. Okay. So, jumping into this whole black community thing and really listening to people, hearing the voices and how people feel, even with the ops, that has their difference of opinions of how things should be, whether it was political, economically, and biblically, so on and so forth. And being out here, what is this now? 3 years, pretty much strong, and reading the voices in the chats, and you know, I think I spent about maybe 2 hours after watching this particular video, and it's a young lady, and I'll tell you guys the name of her show in a minute. And I'm listening to her very much so in depth, and I'm gonna replay her. I kind of like the way she put her commentary out voicefully about particular subject that is pretty heavy out here, and one for sure that we know that has come to light on social media um, in the black community the most. How much am I aware whether if a lot of the black community is receiving this output of the subject? One of the top subjects out here is this, like I say, this LGBTQ thing. Um, I'll raise my hand to be the first one to tell you guys that I don't know much about it. I never indulge myself into really educating myself much about it. Maybe about 2.5 years ago is when I started hearing something about, the Obama's administration, where, a lot of things started to come about as the Rainbow Nation, right? Allowing these people to separate from the biblical ways of what I had learned. So I guess what I'm saying is a lot of it, I just have not been around it. I don't have many that I know of in my immediate family. I don't know if there's a fourth, fifth, sixth cousin or anything like that, where they'll, it appears that they are having more and better privileges than the normal society from what I grew up, how I grew up, from a block where it was boys and then it was the girls, and I grew up on boys catch the girls and hopscotch. You got all the girls playing, you got the boys in the yard playing, a baseball or throwing the ball to hit the box on the wall. So I grew up with, being able to identify, a young man, a young boy growing into a man. I wasn't around the area to see so much of the male culture turning into feminists. I just, I didn't see it. So I have to be the first to say that it didn't bother me. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about someone, being transsexual or bisexual or transgender, or because I didn't see it. So did that any effect on me? I think it was probably when I, did my first year in college where I kind of started to notice that, that there's two guys together, or there's two women together, or this guy, is now in lipstick and earrings and wigs and things, right? But like I say, it wasn't until like I really got on here and being nosy where like, oh, this come from the Obama administration, allegedly, I don't know what to believe, and I hate to use the word that, I don't care. I think that I choose those words because I do know what can bring upon a lot of stress in your life, as opposed to, you know, getting involved in it, inviting that stress, and still knowing that there is a limit to what you can do about it. You understand what I'm saying? So, after hello everybody, let me stop to say hello, 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 hello. So I'm gonna come to the chat in a second though, Precious. If you could just bear with me, because I do want to see what you guys, what your opinions are about it. I just kind of want to, put my opinion out there, and I'm gonna play a video. It's about maybe, I think I'm gonna do about maybe 10 minutes, and then I'll let you guys know where to go to finish watching the video. I subscribe to her channel. I kind of want to still hear what she has to say, but I understand that her channel is somewhere linked with the Kwame Brown them sector about, somewhat of the unjust or the indifferent of people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that a lot of this has come about, all of the voices are coming about due to the fact that the Kwame Brown came out after being somewhat attacked about his persona of a basketball player, or people insinuating that he's this person of their not liking, uh, of his kind. So a whole bunch of beefy things started coming out about that. But then I started to notice that Kwame Brown was getting a little bit more deeper into with it, because of the opponents were digging a little bit more deeper into his personal life, but also comparing his personal life as to what is going on around the world as a whole. So there's a lot of finger pointing, and then you had Kwame Brown come back with his retaliation, with showing that how you will have the go along, get along gang, okay? Meaning that these are just these group of people that just cannot make these changes, or just not putting force into prohibiting unnatural or non-biblical ways of life. You know what I'm saying? So this young lady, the video that I'm going to show, she goes by the name of the Angela Stanton King Show, and it appears that she is coming in Kwame Brown's um, defense, not as like I'm standing up for him and da da da. I mean by narration, kind of she's on the side with his narration about what we're seeing going on in the black community. I'm I'm bringing this up because I kind of want to lead this a little bit at the end of my show with a sample of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, right? Because I think that their whole moral of their story, it can bring a broader subject to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's story in two different ways, in two different ways where they talk about a lot of the young girls, our young girls. This lady opposes something very important to me on there, and I used to ask myself a lot of times growing up, how does it happen? How does it happen? How does your child ended up knowing, or how do they decide whether if they want to be part of LGBT? How do they know at such a young age? I used to ask myself like all the time. Then I would think about, okay, TV, okay. She says something else important in there, like, the cartoons and stuff. When did they start doing the cartoons? When did, I guess Obama, I guess it was Michelle allegedly or something, now has something out about a puppet or something portraying, the can I say gay? I don't know if I can even say gay. And whatever. Tendencies in like a cartoon or puppet character that children see. Our children grew up on cartoons. We grew up on cartoons. I don't recall anything in the Jetsons where they were gay. I don't recall. I guess Flintstone and the Flintstones, them being gay or anything. So somewhere it was introduced out here. With it being out here now, I guess one of my main questions is, how do you fight it? How do you fight it? And she's going to say something very important in this video too about fighting it, and looking really deep into this as to what you're hearing from a lot of the bloggers now that is touching in on it very loudly, right? And as I hear quite a few of the bloggers touch in on it very loudly, I ask myself a lot after I finish listening to their show, who hears you? Who really hears you? They've made it known to us that there is certain people that controls a lot of aspects of every subject that goes on around our lives. So the question is, how impeded do you get with knowing that it is so many powerful people that can literally turn your life around and upside down for you in a matter of seconds? So I had to sit back and ask myself, and remind myself, to understand, why do we have so many people like me? Because there is a lot of people like me, and there's some in my chat right now, um, that just kind of, you learn it, you read it, you know about it. You don't go absolutely blind to it, but when you know that you can't take this to a level that you would love to take it to really produce what you believe is righteous, is the right way to go. Because we've now been told that, everybody gets to live their own life as they choose to do so. The Constitution, it bluntly tells you, people, we the people, um, it's been divided and broken down into so many sections, like a pie. It's those people, it's this people, it's this, it's my kind of people, it's this. So as long as we're divided and sectioned off into to these different branches, I get so puzzled about, you know, how how much of a difference will it make? I understand, we got to talk about it. I understand that. But after Martin Luther King, after Martin Luther King, and I understand that we still have that Black Panther movement out here, but I don't even know what all of their movements, is really for. I really don't, because there's been like no change in all of the discrepancies of the subjects that goes on out here in our world, so, but watching Martin Luther King, and they developed that Million Man March, right? And when I clicked on the TV and I'm looking at this massiveness of men standing out there in Washington, I mean, it was what, millions? It was millions of these people out there. It was thousands, I'm saying thousands, right? And after that, we started to see a change, right? For equality. It came about. It was happening. Well, then you ended up with Martin Luther King, getting shot, killed. Things pretty much still traveled in that direction that his movement came out to develop. He developed a really good movement for equality. We can use the same bathroom and walk on the same side of the street and things like that. But Martin Luther King, life got taken, you know, and it wasn't but years after that, we're going into presidential elections after presidential elections, and things started to make this different change where it didn't matter who you were. If this is who you wanted to be, you can be this person, you can be this, and you can be this. But these are the people that we vote in, and you read all of the stuff that they're pushing out here to you, that these reforms. Well, we're gonna do this for you. We're gonna do this for you. We're gonna do this for you. But yet, then, as a black culture, our black community, we allowed it to happen. Where I'm from is when you're starting to see things develop, it's where you got to start creating that organization and grow. You got to put a stop to it before it can even get started. The moment you hear it, this stuff got started some kind of way, whether if it was TV, the parents, I don't know, your electors, you got your Democrats, you got the Republicans, and people choose to pick what side to be on, and there isn't no right side. There isn't no right side. There's none, in my opinion. you know. But I want to get into the video right quick, and then I'll come into the chat because I really want you guys to hear this. I do not own the rights to this video. I'm definitely using this video for educational purpose only, and I promise you guys, I vowed when I come on here, there's nothing that was going to be able to touch my inner soul because it's like I'm already set, I'm already grounded. I already know what's going on out here in the world. The question is, how much do you want to get involved in it? Because you know, when you get deeply involved in some shit, right? The ridicule is coming. Some higher up people or something is coming to attack you. And you can take that for instance because obviously Kwame Brown came out here on this platform of his to, you know, have a little comeback on a situation that had developed against him. And the show went on, and now he is, you know, one of the, an epical speaker out here, you know, for, you know, what's going on, this LGBT thing, and you know, the Me Too, and and I don't know, you guys. After tonight, I definitely have to wash this away out of my mind and regroup back to me. I just kind of wanted to just go there with you guys just for tonight so that you guys can. I just wanted to give you guys a clear picture and understanding of one papoose when it comes to the world subjects. The world, you know, it's just it's too much. And trust me, there's just more. It's not just me, it's a whole lot of people that, you know, takes the opt out, you know, thing. However, once I can truly see another black leader coming forth in the form and fashionable way that Martin Luther King did, somewhat of Malcolm X did, you know, those big leaders, and they're heading back up to Washington, D.C. I think that that will be the time that, you know, I can say, Pap, you're at that age now. You know, you can literally go out there now and walk behind some serious people to be voiceful with them. But it has to get to that massive degree for Pap to start wanting to believe that things can go back to that change, to the dream that Martin Luther King had for everybody. I know he mentioned in his speech that, you know, where we all can be equal and, you know, to do whatever it is that you wanted to do, but I don't think that he meant that we were supposed to develop and grow off into this world where a lot of people are not understanding what's really going on. That's just how I feel. So let me see if I can get the video going for you guys. Again, I'm gonna need a disclaimer in there, and shout out to the Angela Stanton King show. But like I say, this is something that is developing between their community over there. I just want to show you guys this video of how voiceful she is and her analytical view on things. And keep in mind that she's just asking why. You know, it's just why, you know. So, but hello, ladies. Hello, everybody. I'm going to come in the chat in a second. So give me 1 minute. Let me see if I could get her video up. Let me see. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Right. Okay, let me see if I can reload it. Yeah, I mean, okay, here we go. I'm just going to start it right here, you guys. So to catch up, make sure you head over to her page if you kind of really want to see what, you know, her whole show about it. So, but let's go.